Introducing Continents, Antarctica by Anita Ganeri. About Antarctica. A continent is a huge area of land. There are 7 continents on Earth. This book is about the continent of Antarctica. Antarctica is the 5th biggest continent. Antarctica lies at the southern end of the world. It is covered in thick ice and surrounded by the Southern Ocean. In winter, parts of the ocean freeze over. Antarctica Fact File. Area: 5,500,000 square miles. 14,200,000 square kilometers. Population: up to 4,500 visiting scientists. Number of countries: 0. Highest mountain: Vinson Massif at 16,067 feet, 4,897 meters. Largest lake: Lake Vostok at 6,057 square miles, 15,690 square kilometers. Famous places. The South Pole is the most famous place in Antarctica. It marks the southern end of Earth. A sign shows the position of the South Pole. Nearby is a U.S. research station. The small striped pole shows the position of the South Pole. The South Pole. Mount Erebus is a mountain on Ross Island in the Ross Sea. It is 12,447 feet, 3,794 meters high. Mount Erebus is an active volcano. It often erupts, shooting out rocks and steam. Mount Erebus is the most southern volcano in the world. Weather. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. In winter, the temperature at the South Pole is around -76 degrees Fahrenheit, -60 degrees Celsius. The coldest temperature ever recorded was -128.5 degrees Fahrenheit, -89.2 degrees Celsius at Vostok Research Station. Antarctica is the coldest and windiest place on Earth. Antarctica is also the windiest place in the world. There are often storms called blizzards. Blizzards happen when the wind blasts the snow along. The blowing snow makes it difficult to move or see. These scientists are battling against a blizzard in Antarctica. Geography. Most of Antarctica is covered in a gigantic sheet of ice. In some places, the ice is 3 miles, 5 kilometers thick. Glaciers flow very slowly from the ice sheet into the ocean. This glacier is flowing from the mountains toward the ocean. Glacier. Around Antarctica, huge shelves of ice hang over the ocean. Sometimes chunks of ice break off these ice shelves. They float in the ocean as icebergs. Icebergs also break off from glaciers. Icebergs drift on the Southern Ocean around Antarctica. The Transantarctic Mountains run right across Antarctica. The tops of the mountains stick up above the ice. Vinson Massif is in the Ellsworth Mountains. It is the highest mountain in Antarctica. Vinson Massif is 16,067 feet, 4,897 meters tall. Many large lakes are buried under the ice. Lake Vostok is buried under ice that is about 2.5 miles, 4 kilometers thick. The water in the lake is still liquid. It is millions of years old. The smooth area shows Lake Vostok deep beneath the ice. Southern Ocean. Antarctica is surrounded by the Southern Ocean. The ocean is very cold and stormy. Strong winds whip the water up into huge waves. There are also smaller seas around the coast. Sailing the stormy Southern Ocean is difficult and dangerous. In winter, parts of the Southern Ocean freeze over. The extra ice makes the continent of Antarctica almost twice as big as before. In summer, the ice melts again. An icebreaker is a ship designed for breaking through the frozen ocean. Animals. Despite the cold and wind, some animals live in Antarctica. Emperor penguins breed on the ice in the middle of winter. Penguins have a thick layer of fat under their skin. The fat keeps them warm. These emperor penguins are walking with their chicks on the Antarctic ice. Whales and seals live in the Southern Ocean. Weddell seals live under the ocean ice. They eat fish and squid. They chew holes in the ice so that they can reach the surface to breathe. Weddell seals have large eyes for seeing in the dark water. Other living things. Plants have to be very tough to survive in Antarctica. Lichens are tiny living things that can grow on bare rock. Lichens grow very slowly and can live for thousands of years. Hardy lichens and moss grow on rocks in Antarctica. Living things, called algae, grow on the snow. They color large patches of the snow pinkish red. Their red coloring works like sunscreen. It stops them from getting damaged by the strong sunshine. Snow algae in Antarctica can turn whole snowfields red. Natural resources. Each year, thousands of tourists visit Antarctica. They go to see the beautiful scenery and amazing wildlife. The tourists have to follow strict rules, such as not leaving litter behind or disturbing the animals. Tourists to Antarctica travel in small boats to see the icebergs. Antarctica has many natural resources, such as coal, oil, and minerals. These lie deep under the ice. People are not allowed to mine or drill for them in case they damage Antarctica. This coal was found under the ice in Antarctica. Countries and people. Antarctica is the only continent that does not have its own countries. Today, people from 29 other countries work together to study and look after Antarctica. They include the United States, the United Kingdom, Russia, and Australia. This research station is run jointly by Italy and France. Nobody lives in Antarctica all the time. But each year, thousands of scientists visit Antarctica for a few months. They study the ice, rocks, weather, animals, and plants. Scientists send up balloons and equipment to study the weather. Research stations. The scientists live and work in research stations. These are buildings with living quarters, laboratories, offices, garages, and workshops. Many other people, such as cooks and doctors, also live there. In summer, about 70 people live at the Halley Research Station. Scientists also spend time away from base. They camp in small tents on the ice or in the mountains. Sometimes bad weather can trap them inside their tents for days. Scientists' tents are pyramid-shaped to help them stand up to the wind. Explorers. The first person to reach the South Pole was Roald Amundsen from Norway in 1911. He used dogs to pull his sleds. He wore clothes made from wolfskin to keep him warm. Roald Amundsen put up the Norwegian flag at the South Pole. People are still exploring Antarctica. They have to train hard and be fit and healthy. They have radios and use satellites to help them keep in touch and find their way. These climbers are exploring Vinson Massif, the highest mountain in Antarctica. Fun facts. Antarctica is twice the size of Australia and 1.5 times the size of the United States. The ice over Antarctica is so heavy that the land has sunk under its weight. In Antarctica in winter, it is almost always dark. In summer, it is light most of the time. The Lambert Glacier in Antarctica is the biggest glacier in the world. Quiz. 1. Who was the first person to reach the South Pole? 2. Which animals breed on the ice in winter? 3. Which lake is buried underneath the ice? 4. How many people live on Antarctica all of the time? 1. Roald Amundsen. 2. Penguins. 3. Vostok. 4. None.